Wilson's wife is Sierra. She is a singer and an entertainer. She would prefer to live in New York, and the Giants need a quarterback, and there's nobody in the draft they love. So just remember this. A lot of things add up. Last year of Russell's contract, his wife would prefer New York. Seattle is not an entertainment mecca. Okay? New York the Giants need a star quarterback to replace Eli. You can get a lot of pushback on Eli. Remember when Tebow was in Denver? Who did Elway get? Peyton Manning. Nobody complained about Peyton replacing Tebow. Tebow disappeared into the ether. Also, Russell Wilson, good-looking guy, classy guy, incredibly marketable, and kind of buried in the Pacific Northwest. And the Giants also have an offensive head coach, not a 66-year-old defensive head coach. Now, Seattle could franchise Russell, but that would mean you're paying him $31 million a year. With Pete Carroll in that division, which I'm arguing now is the best division in football, certainly in the argument, you want to pay your quarterback $31 million a year and not be able to sign other important players?
Giles, we here for another vid. Yeah, rumor has it that Russell went out of Seattle. Fuck out of here. Been drafted by this team, led this team to a whole Super Bowl, multiple playoff appearances, and he don't want to be there. Now, I know there's a lot of players and it's really started with Richard Sherman when he wanted out. Ever since Richard Sherman left, motherfuckers been wanting out of Seattle. And you would think the last person would be Russell Wilson to want to leave. But shit, rumor has it that Sierra wants to be in a higher market place like New York. New York is now looking for a quarterback. They got the number 2 overall pick, so they could get a quarterback in the draft. But is that something they're willing to do, is work for a rookie and let him develop? Or just get a star quarterback, possibly trade your number 2 pick and another player for Russell? Shit, you never know. I know Tyrann Mathieu put this on Twitter, though, saying Russ wants New York, and he don't even play for their team. So this is interesting because Pro Football Talk retweeted this, and his deadline for an extension was supposed to be set for tomorrow. And reports here that they haven't even had a meeting together about a contract extension. Now, everybody knows, everybody in the NFL been getting paid this past offseason, from defensive players to offensive players. Big bucks, guaranteed money. Some unproven players, some proven players. And when I say unproven, I mean winning players that actually got somewhere with their team. It's just not a lot of players that are deserving of those contracts. But Russell Wilson, out of all of them, definitely deserves a max and should be considered one of the highest paid players in the NFL just for his accomplishments and what he's have to do for his team, what he's had to do for his team, carrying, running everywhere, being that glute for the team to make a spark on offense and on the other side of the ball, momentum-wise. So it's going to be interesting to see how this offseason goes. Y'all going to get a whole lot more NFL videos once things start to shake up, the draft starts to get here. It's going to be real interesting. I can't wait for the season. But what y'all think? Russell, you going to stay in Seattle or you going to go to New York? I know Seattle to New York, that's a big hop. That's a long ways. That's about 250 miles across the country. It's a big hop. It's a big leap. And it would be a big plus for the Giants if they could get a hold of Russell Wilson. And in trade for that number 2 pick, it'll shake a whole lot of things up in the league. The Seahawks will be on the look for a quarterback, obviously, and it could shake up a lot of business. I know this draft is supposed to have a whole lot of shakeups when it comes to trades with picks and a whole lot of shit. But y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think is gonna happen with Russell. Links, all that in the description down low. Subscribe to Hitting the Jaw Sports Vlog. You know how we rockin'. Jaw.